What's going on, guys? How are y'all doing? And welcome to my first podcast. Man, who knew I'd be doing podcasts, huh? Well, if y'all don't know who I am, I'm Cam Vandehey. I do YouTube. I do daily vlogging. I do challenges. I do pranks. I do all sorts of things. Although I haven't done a prank in a while, but that's soon to come. I'm hoping to get that done. But today is a very, very special episode. I am happy that I get to host my first podcast along with a special guest of mine who I know very well, who I used to work at the Portland airport, or the warehouse by the Portland airport with. And he is basically a mogul. He's made music. He dropped his first album on Spotify. He has his own clothing brand. He has his own media group. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Shawn Owens.
Cool.
What's up, dog?
What's up with you, baby?
Yeah, oh man, let's kill it.
What's happening?
Oh, not much.
What we got going?
Oh man, just a podcast. And that song that you guys just heard is one of my favorites. I rock out to it every time I work out. It's called S. Shit. You can check it out now on iTunes. What's your album name, bro?
The name of that album, excuse me, let me take this off.
Yeah, for sure.
The name of the album is called Directing Traffic, Volume 1, featuring the King's Table. It's a real nice album, real nice project we put together.
You got a Facebook page too, right?
Absolutely.
What's it called?
Well, my media page, we got two. Media page, EDMG on Facebook.
For sure.
And the other one is S. Media Group on Facebook. At the real S. on IG. Sweet. I got a Twitter. I don't really fuck around too much.
Yeah, me neither.
But, you know, I'm going to get to that. But
yeah, for sure.
You know, like I said, Directing Traffic, man. January 22nd on all platforms. 127 plus streaming services worldwide. Pick your favorite one and get on there. We got Joe Flo. We got Fo C's. We got Dre Steves. We got Louis Slugger. We got Spark Diggs. We got Texas Head out in Dallas, Texas. We got Hanifa Dudley, Iron Munson, Ty Mozzie. Everybody except for two of the people I named is all family, man. So
he's killing the game right now. He's, like I said, he's got his own media group. He's got his. You're just killing the game right now, bro. You're absolutely killing it.
We just working, man. We just trying to stay busy.
Bro, so how's life been? How's life the last time I saw you? I know last time I saw you was when we was at Tonkin. Man, and then the whole freaking COVID shit happened. Man, what's been happening? How you been?
Man, I'm gonna keep it all the way honest, man. And this COVID probably the best thing that ever happened to me, man.
Really?
In the past 10 years, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100. Excuse me. Ever since this COVID thing started, man, it gave me the time and the resources to do, you know, what I've been doing.
That's good.
It gave me the time. I mean, you know, you see how it was at work.
Oh,
at the
man.
You know, I'm working at work. I'm working on this shit.
Right, yeah.
You know, so it gave me the time, bro, to be able to really put into it what I needed to so I can get it done. You know
right,
what I mean?
yeah.
And I did that. So, yeah, man. I mean, it's been a blessing in disguise. You know, it's been.
Man. For some people,
I've had some. It's been some heartache and some turmoil.
I was gonna say, for some people it's been a heartache. For some people it's been a blessing. But
yeah, I mean,
2020 was just.
I've been dealing with it and going, you know, through it too, just like everybody else.
Right.
With the you know, I've lost some people.
Yeah.
You know, during this COVID thing. You know, I'm not exempt. You know, we all going through it. You know, but we got to go through it just to get to it. So
right.
We ain't gonna frown. We just gonna keep pushing.
Oh, for sure. That's the only thing you got to do is look forward and keep happy and, you know, keep a positive attitude. You know, you can't let things get you down. Otherwise, you know, everything's gonna get you down. Then you're always gonna have a negative attitude towards things and stuff like that. So, I know I worked with you at the warehouse and stuff like that. And like I've mentioned just a little bit ago, you have your own clothing brand called S. What does S. mean?
So S. is basically just the way I spelled out, you know, when you sign your signature, sign something, you put, you know, K. Vandehey, or, you know, I just, you know, my name is Shawn, so S. You know,
there you go.
That's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? And the casual part is, you know, pretty much it describes the line. It's a casual line. You know, our flavor is everything up to, you know, right below formal dress. So, you know, we working our way up to, you know, slacks and button ups and all that kind of stuff. So just, you know, a real casual look, but we gonna put our own thing on it.
Like I said, you're going big, dog. That's
trying.
amazing.
I'm trying. I ain't got nothing but time on my hands, so you know, I'm trying to do something with it.
I'm hoping to own my own clothing brand, which is funny because me and him, when we were working at the warehouse, me and him would always, every single day, all 8 hours a day, I would talk my ideas because he actually inspired me. He can speak for me too. He can speak for my behalf. He's the one who inspired me to want to have my own clothing brand, and so I want to eventually have my own clothing brand in the future. Remember all those times that we would talk at the warehouse about how I wanted to have my own clothing brand, and we were talking about how the printing and all that.
I remember.
So if somebody wanted to own their own clothing brand or just even their own brand themselves, what would they have to go through in order to get that ball rolling?
A lot.
No, yeah.
No, I mean, it really kind of depends, man. You know, on what the identity of their line is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it can make it simple, it can make it difficult.
Right,
you know?
exactly.
If they gonna do more of just of a merch line, which is, so I'm gonna say this just so I can help clarify some things, because some people kind of get some things misconstrued when it comes to clothing lines and things like of that nature. The difference between a clothing line and just a merch line is a merch line is just typically usually something you come up with a great idea today. It could be a slogan, it can be whatever. It's usually something that, you know, is happening in pop culture stuff, whatever, you know, and, you know, people put that stuff on some shirts, they sell them, you know, they Twitter name, they IG handle, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And, you know, it might be catchy, you know, that's more of a merch thing, but an actual clothing line is about collections.
Exactly. And that's what he would always tell me that too. And he was like, you gotta have a purpose and you gotta have a reason why you're wanting to have a clothing line, because you don't want to have it just a clothing line just to have one. You want it to have meaning and purpose. So that's the whole reason why there's a slogan and a logo for your clothing line, because you want it to get out there, you want it to be catchy, and most importantly, you want it to have meaning, because if it has deep meaning, then it'll mean more to everybody, and especially you who made the clothing.
Exactly.
You know.
Well, I mean, and on top of that is you know, what are you in it for? You in it for the quick buck? Are you in it for 15 minutes of fame? Are you in it to try to sustain a lifestyle? Are you in it, like, what are you in it for? That's because all of those things is going to come out in your product.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever that is going to show. So, you know, that's why branding is so important.
Right.
Because you can want it to be this and try to portray this to the people, but what you really feel and the energy you put into it is what's going to come out in the wash. So all that is going to show at the end. It's just like anything else. You know what I'm saying? Music, rapper, whatever they feeling in here, it come out. If they not really feeling what the lyrics is supposed to say, we ain't buying it, and ain't nobody else, you know. So
you can't just spit shit to spit shit.
Exactly.
It has to come from inside.
I mean, it works better that way. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. There's some people that done got in this close shit, and you know, they make a quick buck, bro. I mean, it happens every day. You know, ain't nothing wrong with the merch lines and all that. You know, it's a quick buck. You know, I just went in it for the quick buck.
Yep.
So
I mentioned that you just dropped your first album on Spotify. Do you write your own music, or do you have somebody write it for you, or how'd that work?
So actually, I executive produced the album, so I'm more on the business end. I pretty much put everything together, got all the people, made it happen. As far as this first album that we did, I had, because again, I did this album with my relatives. Yeah. And so I had them. We had a meeting at the house. and I had them because again, I do clothes. I like music, but I don't mess around with music.
Oh
like
yeah,
that,
for sure.
So
bro, you got talent when it comes to music though, too, man.
So I just know what I like, man. I know if it's something that I like, I know, I'm kind of one of them guys that got the things that I typically seem to like. It seems to be a common type of thing that people like. Seems to be like the thing that a lot of people attach themselves to and like. So I just figured,
right.
I just went with that. If it sounds good to me, I know it got to sound good to a whole lot of
right,
other people too. And then at the same time, it was just something I just kind of really wanted to do, just to see if I could do it. One,
well, you did it.
But two, I was, I got a lot of talent in my family, man, and I just was wondering, like,
if you had it,
why y'all ain't did an album already? Like, what's the deal? Why ain't y'all in the studio together?
So you were the first one to do it.
So, and they answer to me was specifically, my really 4C, shout out to 4C's, it's Wavy. But he said, because it was supposed to be you, Cuddy. That's what he told me.
And it was you. And you pulled it off, bro. Man.
He was like, man, it was supposed to be you. That's all. And he left it at that, man. It was supposed to be you.
And like I said, you
was the one that's supposed to do it.
Like I said, you're just killing. That album is one of my favorite albums. I absolutely love that album.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Like I said, I bump that album every time I work out. That's the first album I play when I work out, bro. And then all my other songs come second.
Yeah, it got some juice for a workout. It got a little bit of juice.
So, but yeah, man, it's just I know when we were at the warehouse, we would always talk music. Like, oh, hey, you see so and so got paparazzi by this, or so and so got TMZ. Man, those were the good times. We would always bullshit around at work talking about music and fights that would happen in MMA and UFC and stuff like that. Man, those were good times.
You know what? And it's a trip, but I'm gonna say this, bro. They didn't pay us much.
No, they didn't.
It was the first place I worked. I'm 46, and I had a lot of jobs.
We don't look a day over 30.
But
he look young, don't he?
Thank you. I appreciate that. Shout out to my pops. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my grandparents.
Hey, it's all in genetics.
But, I can't take no credit for that. But they didn't. Like I said, they didn't pay us much. But I'm gonna say, I experienced a lot of stuff there. It taught me some stuff. You know what I mean? But I was able to put this album together, and a lot of other stuff that I'm trying to do right now too. Just being there, like I be at work, bro. I'm going. You already know, I'm going the whole 12 hours. I'm there.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I'm going. So, because I'm studious, bro. I like to know what the hell I'm doing. I don't want to do nothing and not know what the hell I'm doing.
Right. That's
yep. I mean, if I look stupid at the end, but I knew what I was doing, it just wasn't meant to be. But I don't want to, get into some shit and not, be like, man, what the hell is he doing? Who the hell do you think he is?
Yeah,
that don't want
definitely.
To so,
you don't want to make yourself look stupid.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how or why. Maybe it was just because I just didn't want to be there so much.
Yeah.
Like being there every day.
It was emotionally
reaffirmed how much I didn't want to be there every day.
Dog, it was emotionally draining.
So I don't know, man. I guess in a funny way, I came up, bro, with a lot of my ideas and vision and everything. The name for this album, all of that came up in that building. And a lot of times I'll leave that building, and when I got home, it was like my brain was empty. Like I couldn't. Real talk. I don't think at home like I think when I be at work. I don't know what the deal is.
Interesting.
But I'm dead serious. Like most of the best shit that I came up with, bro, to do, and it all came when I was at work.
And see, that's the thing for me. The same thing for me because I have a list all on my phone. I've even shown Shawn. He can vouch for me. I've made a list of my future clothing brand that I want to come out with of exactly what I want to sell, like the items I want to sell, my logo design that I want, all the way down to the type of material that I want my clothes to be made out of.
Yeah, we looked it up. We looked on some things. We was doing some looking at the job.
And like you said, you did all that thinking at work, and I did all that thinking at work too, which is funny because usually I'm the type of person who can't think about anything else when I'm at work, and then when I'm at home, that's when I can come up with ideas. But I did all that shit like what you did, like what you just said. So it's kind of weird because we were in a different atmosphere at the time when we were able to think of some other things while we were working doing our other shit.
Absolutely.
So
100% agree. 100% agree.
Like you said, it was beneficial, but some of it wasn't beneficial, and that's where the beneficial part comes in. So we were able to think of some.
Well, the thing about it is, if it's anything that come out of any situation beneficial, that's all we gonna think about. We ain't gonna think about what wasn't beneficial.
Yeah.
We gonna take away the beneficial part, and we gonna leave the rest where it's at.
Yeah, you gotta leave the negative shit behind.
Yeah. We ain't gonna take that. If it's, we gonna. It's gonna always be something beneficial, even if it was a negative lesson we learned. That's beneficial. So we gonna take it like that and keep it rolling.
Right. Exactly.
We ain't gonna focus on none of that other shit. That's what we gonna do.
Right.
That's in the words of my cousin Folk Sees. That's how we rocking like cut off stockings.
Right. Exactly.
Really though.
Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. I have notes down that I want to get out.
Well, let me ask you a question, Cam.
Go for it.
How you feeling right now?
Dog.
Because, like you said, until about 3 weeks ago, a month ago or so, when I reached back out to you and we got to back talking and we, started talking about doing this.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like you said, you had the last time I saw you
about a year
before
ago.
You transferred was when you was doing the line. You was talking about doing the clothing line.
Yeah.
And then I see, and that was in
January or something like that, wasn't it? 2020.
When did you transfer out?
February.
February
24th was my last day.
Okay, so we're gonna go with February 24th. so that's what you was on when you left. That's what you was on. And then fast forward to you got to doing this when? When did you do your first blog or your first YouTube? You did when?
I started that. So little backstory will answer your question. So I was at the warehouse February 24th. That was my last day before I transferred to the dealership that I'm at now. Then I got laid off March 24th at the new dealership that I was at. So I was there exactly a month. And then after I was off, I got into trading stock market, day trading. And then
I remember you talking about
and
that.
Then that finally, I don't want to say it died off, but it kind of slowed down a little bit. And then I was like, I kind of want to do YouTube. So I started doing YouTube. I've been doing it for about 6.5 months now. So about 6.5 months ago, I don't know what month that is, but probably around like August or so, something like that. So that's when I started doing it. So that's when it started picking up.
Okay, so now, and I've been watching, but you seem like genuinely happy with what you're doing, and to me, it seemed like this is you. Like, this is what you should be doing.
Exactly. Dog, I feel like a different person.
This fits you, though.
Because this is what I want to do.
But you remember what I told you? If we were still in that building, wouldn't even be doing this.
He has told me that so many times. And every time I think about it, it's true.
You would have never found yourself in this.
Exactly.
You would have never found this like this. You know what I mean? It would, because, work consumes so much time of your day. You wouldn't have,
right.
It wouldn't have happened.
And
it wouldn't have happened like this. I'm going to say that.
And it wasn't until like 6.5 months ago when I started doing my first YouTube, which we ain't going to talk about my first video because I was watching
Let's talk about it.
Oh my God. All right, we'll get to it in a second.
Let's talk about it.
We'll get to it in a second. So it wasn't until like 6.5 months ago I had this passion and drive that, you can't just live life working for somebody. That's not real. I mean,
that's not living. That's called survival.
Exactly. You want to do what you want to do to make you happy, And if that makes you happy, try to find a way to make a living out of it. So what I found a drive and passion for is I want to help people pursue their dreams, which is what my clothing brand I want to come out with later on in the future is called PD, Pursuing Dreams. I want to become so big as an influencer. I want to help people, like the bigger YouTubers. I want to help people pursue their dreams. And that's what's making me happy is doing this YouTube stuff.
It's going to go hand in hand, and you won't have a hard time, with longevity because you got something to feed off of. Because the thing, like I was saying with before, when I was speaking about merch lines and actual clothing lines, and like you was explaining to them, like I, used to tell you, you want it to mean something or have something behind it. Because
exactly.
You can only go off of pretty colors and, catchy phrases and all that. You can only do that for so long.
And that's the thing. You have to have something else that'll back it up, that'll continue it to move forward.
It's got to be something that can push. That can push it on it. It needs to be able to take.
Because eventually the pretty colors and shit is just gonna run out, and then you're gonna be out of ideas.
I mean, pretty colors ain't gonna run out, but it's a thing of, well, what the hell you gonna do with the pretty colors?
You couldn't have said it better.
The rainbow ain't going nowhere, But I mean,
the only a rainbow only comes on a rainy day.
That's what I'm saying. And I mean, and it's not going nowhere. So we're gonna always have color, but
exactly.
What can you do with it is gonna be the tell the tape. So I mean, it constantly give you something to feed off of. That's how come you want to be real meticulous when it comes to anything you do.
Exactly.
And create, that's yours. Be meticulous. Don't ever be in no rush because you're not on nobody's time but yours.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
When it comes to you and your shit, ain't nobody gonna get it till you give it to them. So you ain't on nobody's time but yours. So don't ever feel rushed.
Yep. Because
if that was the case, this would have never happened. Because I mean, there was a lot of stuff that wasn't going right.
But you only learn from your failures.
I mean, I almost scrapped it like 2-3 times. I almost scrapped it.
But are you happy you didn't?
I'm glad I didn't. I'm very glad I didn't.
That's good.
But
which brings me to my next point. Would you say that your failures have taught you in your doing this whole entire thing?
Oh man, most definitely. Like I said, this was one of them things I went through, man. And you hear people say stuff about different things. So I'm just say just for the sake of this, the people that the stuff that people say about rappers and all that, I understand what they mean when they working with rappers. I understand exactly what they talk about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you've been in that industry.
I mean, the things that you put up with dealing with artists, that the things you have to, deal and maneuver through and all that stuff is, it's not. I ain't have really of a conversation, but somebody had a conversation with me the other night. One of my wife's good friends. Shout out to Sylvia Jackson Riley, love you. Shout out to Tay Riley.
Shout him out.
Matter of fact, Tay the Gator, you know what I'm saying, in the building. He helped me. He helped produce some of this album.
Name them all.
I got, this project is only, it's a volume 1, so I got 3 volumes lined up. He produced one of the songs on here, but on the second volume, he probably produced maybe 4 songs on that. But she told me, she was like, what you did, it's not easy.
No, it is not.
I mean, man, how many people we got on this flyer, man? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 artists. 10 included myself.
Right.
But
I was gonna say
9 artists. You know how hard it is to get 9 people's schedules lined up?
I can't even imagine.
I'm going to say 10 because you got to account the engineer.
Yourself, yeah. Oh, the engineer. Yeah.
You got to bring you can't do shit without him.
Without him, yeah.
If the studio ain't open, we can't do nothing. We sitting around doing this.
So that makes 11 including you.
Exactly. So I'm, my schedule, because it's my project, my schedule is open. I'm whatever.
But then you got to find a way to work on their schedule when they're free. And
so to be able to get that many people together, first of all, this is Portland. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that.
We could say some shit.
I could say a lot, but
but we're not going to.
We're gonna keep it positive.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
We're not gonna go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna keep it positive. But you know, I mean, I learned a lot, man. I learned a lot about people and how to deal with people, because I'm not really I'm a people person per se, I guess. Which I mean, I guess I can. I'm a people person. I'm a well, I don't know. I'm trying to find something to say better than a people person.
Right.
I'm gonna say this. I like people, but I like dogs better. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it makes sense to me, but I don't know if it makes sense to you
for
guys.
For obvious reasons, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
you don't deal with bullshit.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know.
You didn't deal with any of the bullshit back at the warehouse, dog. You did not put up with bullshit. Oh my God.
Listen. You gotta be, You gotta be who you are, man. You gotta make him, you know, everybody else understand who you are too.
Oh yeah,
you know?
for sure.
That's all that is, and that's just.
And you gotta let them know that you don't.
I just want people to treat me like I'm gonna treat them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I'm really big on respect. You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, you know, just to be able to get that many people together and to, you know, and again, I knew it was going to be, I knew going into it, there's going to be some hurdles.
Right.
Because, like, this project is probably 4 years in the making. I started, my first idea that I came up with came up, I think it was like 2017.
Okay.
And the first person I actually reached out so actually, the first person I talked to about doing this project was my cousin DS, my cousin Dre Steves. Shout out to Dre Steves. And he got a new project getting ready to come out, Unfinished Business 3. Y'all follow him on his Facebook, follow him on his IG.
And I'll put some links down in below. He'll send me the links. And I'll put them down in my description as well, so you guys can check them out.
Exactly. Gang. Dre Steves, DS, Gang on IG, but he got a project getting ready to come out, Unfinished Business 3. He got 2 of them. If you ain't heard them, you really want to go jump on them before you get this 3, because I'm telling you, he hot as fish grease. But everybody, you know, were active artists. That's what I wanted. I didn't want no stalemates. I didn't want the basement.
You wanted reliable people.
I wanted people that was active, that were active in their career, that was actually working on a project, not just going to the homie studio record, not just going just that. I didn't want that because I felt like that personality wasn't gonna be reliable, because I'm one of them dudes, man, that when I set my mind to some shit, that's the first step. But once a motherfucker put the money down, we own. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have time for all the other stuff, man, because I make it clear with who I'm going to get involved with. I'll make it clear from the beginning what the plan is and what's going to go on. So there's no surprises, none of that. I make it clear so that, look, can you do this or not? Mm-hmm. Are you going to be able to check all these boxes or not?
Because if not, you ain't going to be in it.
Because I got a plan, man, and it's going to take everybody. That's why you're here. So I got a plan. So I need to know. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So that's what it is. So to be able to do something like that, I mean, and like I said, I learned some stuff because there was some things that I really wanted to do with this project that I didn't get to do, as far as making like a complete project. Like, I got interviews and everything else. You can go on my Facebook page, EDMG, and I got the interview with two of the artists on this project. I got interviews for, which is the original King's Table members, which is Joe Flo, 4Cs, Louis Slugger, Spark Diggs, Dre Steves, those Texas Big Head. Those are the original King's Table members.
Right.
And so those were the ones I went after to build this around. But everybody was working. Everybody had things going on. My nephew Joe Flo, he's the youngest in the group. this is pretty much like his coming out party. You can go on his page too. Nephew working like a motherfucker. He just dropped a video. That's one of his favorite things to do.
What's his Facebook? Just Joe Flow?
Joe Flow Savvy.
Okay. Did you got it IG?
Joe Flow Savvy on IG. He is Joe Flow Aquarius, I believe. Joe Flow Aquarius on IG. But you can go on YouTube. He just dropped I want to get this right. He just dropped a video, him and Ty Mozzie, which Ty Mozzie is also on this project. Right there. They like Batman and Robin.
TYMAZZY.
Exactly.
Is how you spell his name.
Let me pull this up so I can get this right for y'all. Nephew just dropped some heat. I just want to get the name of this project right. The name of the song.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He dropped so much stuff, man. He, like I said, Nephew stayed busy. You know, he got, the little studio kind of setup thing in his room.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So he stayed working. He recorded.
Dude, that's the move, though. Having home studios, I've heard that's the move.
Okay, so right here, he got a video right here. It's called Every Day.
Okay.
Every Day, legit flow. So it's Ty Mozzie and Joe Flow.
Okay.
Yeah, he just dropped that last week, I believe.
Okay.
So, but he got a few videos and stuff that he did. So he stayed working. My other nephew, Spark Diggs. Welcome home, Spark. He was in school for a while. He home now. He was in the middle of working on a project when he went in. I believe it was an EP. I believe it was called Hell on Ice, I believe. I don't know if he's still getting ready to do that, if he continue working on that, if he got something else coming out. I don't know quite yet, but y'all can definitely look out for him, Spark Diggs. But, to be able to get all these guys together, it was a challenge because, again, my nephew was on vacation. Spark, that is Joe Flow. That's his. Joe Flow and Spark Diggs are brothers. Spark is the big brother. Joe's the little brother. He was on vacation, so it was a challenge getting his verses recorded, and it wasn't really a challenge getting it recorded. The challenge was the quality that we needed. The album quality that we needed to get it on the album. So it took a while to get that tinkered out, but we figured it out and we made it happen. His verse on that Bake the Room, murder. But, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the time when I was doing it, bro, like the obstacles, I just kept saying, like I said, man, I almost scrapped it like 3 times, bro. But I kept saying, like, nah, because like I told you in the beginning, I wanted to see if I could do it. Mm-hmm. And I told myself, I'm like, man, I'm going to finish this. And I'm going to keep it 100 because, growing up, like, I've always been, my dad always taught me to be well-versed and stuff. I'm naturally right-handed, so I'm naturally right-footed. Mm-hmm. But growing up, I played soccer. I played soccer for 13 years.
Oh, shit, I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, I played soccer for 13 years.
Wow.
Played soccer for 13 years, and I played baseball, football, basketball, ran track, and did all that. I got championships in almost in everything but football. But my dad always taught me to be just as good with my left as I was with my right. So I worked on that, and I got real good at it. Like I can write right now. Like I had an injury right here, which helped me with what my dad had me doing when I was a kid. So when I got this injury at work, bro, I didn't have no use of this hand. So I had to, wipe my ass, everything. I do everything with my left hand, bro. So I'm nice with my left hand right now. I can,
ambidextrous, huh?
Man, we go outside, play hoop game, man. I shoot, I left hand the whole game.
Dog, I try to throw football.
We can do all that. I can bat left-handed, all that.
I try to throw football with my left hand. I look like a freaking. Oh man, it's just ugly.
Now, see, that might be something I need a little bit of work with football, but that ain't something I'm really trying to do. But so I say that to say I was always pretty good at some stuff. At almost a lot of things that I went into and tried to do. Mm-hmm. So I say that to say it kind of made it. We good?
No, you're good. His wife was over there doing her makeup and stuff like that, and something fell, so it's all good.
So it kind of made it hard, man, for me to like pick one thing and do
for
like
sure.
one thing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've just always been from there. I just always been a learner.
Mm-hmm.
So this was the first thing that I did in a really long time, man.
Right.
That I did from start to finish. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the thing I said, you know what? I'm going to finish this. I started it, I'm going to finish it.
Right, exactly.
And now that's why I said I wanted to, I started it off as seeing if it was something that I could even do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But then as I got into it, it was like something I had to do. Like, nah, man. Because I got so far into it, and I was like, man, like, we really doing something right now.
Right.
I was like, man, ain't no way we can do all of this and not finish it. This got to be finished. We got to get this to the people, bro.
And see, that's the thing.
This
like,
got to get to the people.
When someone's going through struggles, that's when most people tend to give up, and that's what I've been learning, dude. That's what I've been learning doing this YouTube shit. People who start out doing YouTube, they expect magic to happen, and that's when they expect followers to come in overnight. And they stay on that for about 2 or 3 months, and then they don't see the numbers they're expecting. Then they just give up. It does not happen overnight. Y'all gotta understand. You have to keep working towards your dreams and goals. Like what I've been saying. That's what my motto behind my clothing brand that I want to come out with in the future is. You just gotta keep going, and you set a perfect example. You wanted to scrap it 3 times, and you kept going. Now look at it. He's dropped an album. Y'all, he dropped an album that's banging. He has his own media group. He's a perfect example that you got to keep going. And then eventually, if you keep going and grinding your ass off, you will get there. And it may not happen for a little bit, but you will get there. I promise you. As long as you put in hard work, grind your ass off, he can vouch. You will get there.
It's a mental game, man.
It is.
Toughness to tell you anything you trying to do and build from the ground up. It's gonna take a lot of mental toughness, man, because everything's not gonna go right.
And a lot of people don't have that.
Everything's not going according to plan.
Mm-hmm.
And the sadder part that, as far as people coming up right now, younger people, is that they so accustomed right now, like it's a microwavable generation right now.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't get it tonight or tomorrow, they go on to the next thing and done, which is, I mean, the ideas are great to have continuously, but like at some point you got to put your foot down and stick on something and see something through.
Exactly.
That's what I did with this. So, I mean, I don't typically do that, but shout out to me. I'm gonna pat myself on the back for that. Just because I mean, bro,
I'm gonna shout you out.
I'm keeping it 100, bro. I ain't, I don't usually toot my own horn, but man, I'm gonna toot my horn like a motherfucker on this one, bro.
As you should. You should. You made it.
I mean, regardless of what it does, the simple fact that I did it, and
that's the thing.
And I did it with my family though. So
which is even better because when you do it with family, you have them to celebrate with you because they did the same thing that you was on.
Exactly. I did it with my family, man. So that's my thing. That's what I take away from it most. And I appreciate them guys, man. You know what I'm saying, for the time that they put aside to come and fuck with me with something that I wanted to do, a dream that I had, something I wanted to see through, so I salute them for that. I definitely want to shout out, I certainly want to shout out Zeb Dak, man. He's the engineer. Shout out to Momentum Studios. He helped make it easy for me, man.
For sure, yeah.
With everything I had to do and deal with, because I leaned a lot. When I first thought about doing this, the first person I reached out to was my cousin Dre, and I hollered at him. I said, Dre, I gotta.
Not Dr. Dre.
You
wish.
Yeah, DS. You know what I'm saying? I hollered at him, and I was like, "Say, bro, I got a play, Cuddy. You with it?" He was like, "Man." I told him kind of what I wanted to do. I gave him a little flash of what I wanted to do. It wasn't a whole picture because I didn't have the whole picture, but I knew I wanted to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have a name or nothing. I just knew I wanted to put a project together. And at the time, it wasn't even set just to be my family members. I just knew I had family that was cold, because if they ain't up on Dre Steves, again, I'm going to say, Dre Steves is definitely the town hero right now. You know what I'm saying? On this music shit, I'm telling you.
Right.
He been carrying the flag. You know what I'm saying? And on the front line with it, man, for like the past 4 years. He been on it for,
Credit goes to him,
for
man.
at least 4 summers. At least 4 summers. I'm gonna say at least 4 summers. But he was the first one I hollered at. He said he was with it. I said okay. And he was the one I thought I was gonna have the really the problem with getting, just because he stays so busy. He you know he's doing his thing. So,
but he showed up though.
He did.
He did.
He did.
Which was that surprising to you with how busy he was?
It was. I'm not gonna lie. It was. You know what I'm saying?
Bet.
Like every session we had, he was there. You know what I'm saying? Like he was late one, but I mean, you know, late is better than never. He was there. You know what I'm saying? Because he was there. He come and.
Isn't that such a good
put
feeling?
the beat on, and whoever go in or whatever, and he, he hear that, and okay, and he's ready, and he going to booth, and he knock that shit out. Man.
It's such a good feeling when you know somebody's so busy and you're not expecting them to show up, and then they show up. That's such an amazing feeling because you're like,
again, that's why I say, man,
you can count on them.
I salute everybody on this album, Dre, Steve, Joe, Flo, man, everybody. I salute everybody because again, I know everybody has schedules because I knew that when I picked them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
You know, I reached out to him first. And I really want to say this. I cannot, let us get past this without me saying this. I really want to shout out and salute because the next person, the first person I actually, when I really got together what I really, really wanted to do, and I got the plan together, I hollered at my cousin, Fosees.
Mm-hmm.
I hollered at his best friend, which is my wife's cousin.
Shout out to her.
Rest in peace, Lil Face. He was actually the first person that I actually, once I got, I asked like I said, I asked Dre, and I want to actually say I actually asked C's too. When we was at a couple of family functions, that's when I could catch up with them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was like, man, I'm gonna just wait till we, Easter's coming up or this or that is coming up or whatever. I said, they gonna be there. I'll catch them there and ask them. So I did that. They both signed up, but that was when it was just an idea. Once I got it, like, this is what I'm finna do. I know what I'm gonna do now. I know, okay, this is what's going on. The first person I actually talked to and said, I need you, it's a go, was Lil Face. He was all about it. He was like, Cuddy, I'm in. Sign me up. And regrettably...
that's probably the icing on the cake right there.
It would have been, man. It really, 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 really would have been. But, regrettably, 30, 45 days later, he was murdered. So, I just want to say peace and blessings to Big Face, cousin, I love you. I want to say rest in peace to Lil Face, cousin, I love you. We're going to still get it in. My cousin C's, again, his best friend, he got some dry vocals for him. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through some of the vocals and we're going to get him on this volume 2. We was just moving so fast on the volume 1. We just didn't get a chance to get to it.
What I'm going to do?
So we're going to do that on the volume 2. And we're going to put him on there, rest in peace.
You know what I'm going to do? I want to have just a quick moment of silence for your buddy who got murdered.
Let's do it.
All right. So
rest up, Face.
Let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk sports.
Let's do it.
MMA. You see McGregor get his ass knocked the fuck out, dog.
I want you to put me up on it because I actually missed it. I was supposed to watch it.
You missed it?
I missed it, bro.
Dog. I'm going to pull up.
Bro, I'm always working. Weekends is like my busiest time, bro.
I'm going to pull up a YouTube video right now.
Dude. I was trying to get it. I was trying to watch it. That was the plan. Hey, baby, what happened, baby? Why we didn't get to see it? What happened? What was we doing? I don't know what the fuck we was doing, man. We was doing something. That was the plan, though, to watch the fight. What was we doing? Last weekend.
Let me see if I can get it pulled up.
Oh, yeah, we was at the casino. It was my cousin's birthday. That's right.
Okay. All right, so here.
That's right.
Here's the.
Yeah, feel me? And I want to see the one that lady that gave him the NyQuil. Which one Which one was
So
NyQuil?
he was. This happened on what date was it? It was January 23rd. He was fighting
Yes,
Dustin
it is.
Poirier.
The day after I dropped the album, the show was.
And this is the 30-second clip. It's not too long, but Dustin Poirier put him on his ass, bro.
Let's see what we got going.
Dustin Poirier, just a masterful performance.
He got hit right there.
Man, Conor been out the ring too long.
He is.
He forget you age every day.
Right there, got him with the hook. Got him in the
When it
chin
comes
right
to
there.
this, when it comes to a sport like this, having to get out the way, every day you ain't is every day you gonna get touched.
And he got slept right there.
I mean, unbelievable.
You cannot let Dustin
He looked like, ooh, he just jawed him.
Right
Bam,
there.
again,
Right
again,
there.
and again, and again. God damn,
There's where he
Conor.
got hit, right there.
God damn, Conor.
So,
Hey, did he know he was supposed to move or put his hands up? Did he know he was supposed to be doing that?
here's the thing. This is what I read. I think so. So, here's what I've read. I heard...
Don't
I
tell me they gave him the Mike Tyson shit and
One would think.
and snuck Robin Givens motherfucking ass.
One would think. No,
And
here's what...
slipped him a Mickey. Don't tell me somebody slipped
Here's
him
what I
a
heard. He didn't train as hard because
Oh, that's
he
his
thought... Yeah, exactly. He didn't train as hard because he thought that he didn't need as much training because he was going to beat Dustin Poirier without having to train as hard because he was going to be all that. So he went in without having as much training as he should have went in, which bit him in the ass and he got his ass knocked out.
How'd that work out?
Excuse me. You're right. Exactly.
How'd that work out for you? That's all I'm saying.
But dog, he just got slept.
Yeah, night. That's what happens, man. Listen, fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. Period.
You couldn't have said it better.
Period.
Speaking of fighting, also, you know Paige Van Zandt, the fighter who is from Portland. She's a MMA fighter, ex-MMA fighter now. She's from Portland.
Only Paige I know is Paige. Baby, your homegirl Paige from the school fighting and shit? Oh.
No, dog. Dude, this girl's fine, though. I'll show you a picture of her. I'll pull up a picture of her. But
Paige, that name sounds familiar.
Paige Van Zandt. She just. That's her right there. Let me go to images.
She's out of Portland? Really?
She's out of Portland. Yeah, this is her. She's an ex-MMA fighter. This is her. Dude, she's fine.
So what's she doing?
But so she was doing MMA, but she got out of it. So now she just had her first bare knuckle fight.
What?
Yeah, she's doing bare knuckle fighting.
Come on.
She had her first fight last night against Beck somebody. I can't remember what her name was.
Oh man, where her man at, man? Why are you letting her fight like that?
Oh no, Britain Hart is what her name was.
Or where's her woman at? Why are you letting her fight like that?
So, well, they have wrist straps and stuff like that, but her
Bare
first.
knuckle? Well, they cheating. That ain't bare knuckle. They cheating.
So apparently, supposedly, she had her first fight last night. I watched it. She was getting beat. She started having a comeback, and then she didn't get knocked out. But dog, she put in work. She put the work on that girl. I can't show the video because it's too long, but she put a work. She started coming back, but it was more. There's actually 5 rounds. That's
They won 5. It was a championship fight.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. 5 rounds that are, I think, 2 minutes each or something like that.
Who do the bare knuckle league? They got 5. Who do that? Who's running that?
I don't know. But you could see when she was fighting, you could tell that she was having a hard time holding back the chokeholds, the knee throwing, and all that, just because of her MMA background, dude. Oh, it was such a good fight, but...
She wanted to choke the bitch out, but knew she couldn't.
Oh, man.
Okay.
There was a couple of times where she wanted to throw the knee, too, but she couldn't. So you saw her, like, almost throw the knee, but she had to hold herself back because you can't do that in this bare knuckle fight, but as you can in UFC and MMA.
Exactly.
So, but...
Baby, can you get us a towel for the door?
Man, just fighting's just becoming a big thing. Which is funny because I don't know if you heard this. Floyd Mayweather is fighting YouTuber Logan Paul.
Man,
Did you hear about that?
Yeah, man. I don't think it's. This shit is getting out of
And then Jake Paul called out McGregor. Did you hear about that too? Did you see all that?
Yeah, I seen a thing.
See, I think
2 days ago, I think it was.
Yeah.
I seen Dana White was talking about it. He was talking about like they're not even wasting their time on that. But he said they supposedly lined somebody up. He said we're not wasting our time on that. He said, but I got somebody for you.
Yeah, and it's on. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, they said
he signed
it was on.
It was, I think, somebody
He said, "I got
Atkins. I can't
somebody
remember.
for it."
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the last name of the guy who Jake Paul is fighting is Atkins or something like that.
I
But
don't know. But whoever it is,
Jason's gonna get some sense knocked into him.
Yeah,
Dude,
he finna whoop
did
his ass.
you hear when he knocked out Nate Robinson and he boxed that guy? Did you hear about that? The ex-NBA player?
Yeah, I saw it. I watched it.
Dude, I think all of that stuff got to his head. He's lost his shit, man.
Bro, he fought
He's
two
think-
fights and he won them both, and he feel like, but bro, you ain't fighting nobody who you didn't fight no fighters. You fought.
You're fighting
people
sport people.
trying to convert to be a. But I mean, I ain't gonna give him that much motherfucking credit,
Right.
Because it ain't like shit. He ain't like he no fucking professional fighter, so he should have got his ass whooped.
And he claims to be. Just because he knocked down an ex-NBA player.
Well, no comment.
Yeah, right. Dude, fighting's hard. I remember I started not actually getting into boxing, but I got a pair of boxing gloves, and I started hitting the bag and stuff, and that's a whole nother game, bro. That is a whole nother game.
10 years ago, I might would say what I wanted to say. I ain't got that kind of time right now.
That is a whole nother ball game. But
Yeah, it is. You know.
But
I mean,
practice makes perfect. If you have the passion and drive for it,
that's
freaking
just
go
bro,
for
that's
it.
just the thing of, you know, be ready to catch that check, man, when your mouth running. That's all.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
I mean,
and that's what they're doing.
So I ain't gonna say Nate got himself into some shit, cause he probably never seen that coming. But I'm just saying, you know, you just got to be ready. He just wasn't ready.
Yeah, I'll take some.
He wasn't. He wasn't ready. He was not ready.
Thank you.
That's the way I feel about it. Let me get one of the lids, baby, to the candles.
Yeah, and that's what the
Over there?
that's
We ain't
what
got no glasses in the bathroom or nothing. I might have to go downstairs and get some.
it's crazy too, because that's what all the big YouTubers are doing now, is they're getting into like the celebrity fights and stuff, all just for the bag, you know. Which I'm not bashing them for it. Do what you got to do to get the bag, you know. If a fight gets you a bag, all for it.
See, when it comes
But if you're calling out a professional, full on professional fighter like McGregor, that's when I'm like, you've lost your shit, man.
I just don't think they should. Boxing is just not a sport for the fly by night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's you know, it's a reason these motherfuckers can't put their hands on you outside of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
They're trained. They are skilled.
Exactly.
It is exactly that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's not nothing to be taken lightly. You can lose your life in the ring.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So
Get hit wrong, get hit in the back of the head.
that's the thing you got to really
done.
remember going in there, man. I could lose my life in here. Yeah, it's rules and a referee and all.
Like,
of
you're
that.
literally, you got to protect yourself for your life.
You do.
That's what you got to, it's all a mental game. Because if you don't protect yourself, you get hit wrong, you're done.
You definitely do.
Either that or you could become paralyzed. Something happens, man. It's
Who
just
was
game
that?
over.
Who was that? Was it? Oh fuck, who is that fighter? I forget his name, and I've seen the fight.
I can
too,
look
the
it up
cool
if you
part
think of
about
it.
I want to keep saying Boom Boom Mancini, but it wasn't him. But I forgot who's the fighter. It was one of them fighters back in that era in the '80s, bro. And I saw the fight. He actually he did kill a dude in the ring in a boxing fight. The dude he killed him. Yeah, he died in the ring. He died on the mat.
See if I can pull it up.
I don't remember who it was though. I keep wanting to say Boom Boom Mancini, but I know he had the car wreck and had the halo and all that, so I know that's what was his thing. But
Back in the 80s?
it was like the '80s.
So here's a list of people. It's either John Owen or Andy Balaba. Some of these.
Are those
names.
the ones that died?
Yeah,
or,
but
I'm
boxer-
trying to find out who the one that they was fighting that killed him.
Well, there's the opponent's name too.
Okay, so
There's a name and then the opponent.
oh yeah, Ray Mancini.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, Ray Mancini. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, it's even blacked
That's
out
why
too.
I
so
said
it's
Ray
bold.
Boom Boom Mancini. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
So he what did
killed-
he did? He got hit wrong or something?
No, Mancini. He killed that dude.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So did he hit him in a wrong spot and it just ended him,
Well,
or?
I mean, you get hit with an uppercut, bro, in your nose. That bone go up into
Oh,
your
true.
brain.
Yeah,
so, I mean, it's all kind of stuff. I don't know if it was something like that. It was something vicious, bro. But yeah, he hit him with some shit, bro, and he was gone.
And you saw that?
I watched it. I watched the fight.
Shit.
That was back in the day when, I watched that with my dad. I certainly did.
Man.
I'll never forget it.
Like I said, fighting's a whole nother ball game. It's another level. Like, you got to be dedicated to that.
It's a good discipline to have. So
It
like,
is.
if you want to do it to go and work out, it's a good discipline. But I mean, it is just ain't for everybody, man. If you like
Oh, for sure.
You really got to be cut from that.
I did wrestling all 3 years in middle school, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and then I did taekwondo and jiu-jitsu, and it was good. It taught me a lot, and I'm happy it did, because I was picked on and bullied all in school, throughout school and stuff, and
Not you, Cam. How the hell you let him get away with that shit?
I was super smart. Bro, let me
I
put it.
give a fuck. I was too.
Let me put it to you this way. I was
kicking motherfuckers across their chin and that let them know.
I was 115 pounds in freshman year, and I was super small, and I felt like I couldn't do anything, which is why I got into weightlifting, because I was able to bulk up, and I felt better about myself. Now, I don't have a problem beating the shit out of somebody if they come at me wrong, And, like, if somebody come at me sideways, like, I don't give a fuck about knocking somebody out, If you come at me sideways and don't treat me the way you want to be treated.
The survival, man,
Exactly. Which I haven't had to do yet. Hopefully I don't have to do it, but it's just,
stay ready.
man.
You stay ready, keep from getting ready.
Exactly, for sure.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
Well, go ahead.
I got another question for you.
Oh, yeah, go for it. Yeah. I was about to end it.
So, what's next for you?
Oh, man, that's a good question. Man.
I'm proud of you, Cam. I want you to know that.
Well, thank you. I honestly don't know. That's actually, and I'm being honest, I haven't actually thought about that. Which is probably a good thing for me to think about. I think what's next for me is what's that?
So you don't want to think too far ahead, but just a little bit.
Once I get more of a following, I think what's next for me is I really want to get started with my clothing brand, because, like I said,
let me know, we'll talk.
What's that?
So let me know.
Oh yeah, exactly. He's a perfect example because he has his own clothing brand. But I really want to push myself to the limit, as far as I know people will say you got to take risks to do what you want and do what you love. I think I'm still holding back on something a little bit, and I think what I'm holding back on is just the financial part, because I know you got to spend money to make money, and so I know it's going to take a lot in order to get the right clothing, get it the way I want, and stuff like that. So I don't know.
We can talk about that. Get you where you can skip a couple of learning steps.
Mm-hmm.
As far as that shit go.
Because I know
it is a learning curve. When you jump in, it's a learn. See, the thing about making clothes that everybody need to understand is that if you're going in for a full brand, like if you're really finna do it, like unlike a lot of other industries and fields, like it take a lot of money to facilitate clothes and to make clothes. And the thing you got to remember is that this is one of the things that you can probably lose the most money in if you ain't on your shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you really got to understand and know marketing, demographic. It's a lot of shit you got to know and understand so that you know what you doing, so you don't end up holding the bag. You know what I'm saying? So it's, it's, and there's a learning curve to it. This is not no overnight shit.
And that's what you would always tell me when we were at the warehouse. There's always a learning curve to it.
Listen, I started my clothing line in 2007, and it's 2021, and
He's repping it right now.
Now, learning really exactly. So I take that back. What's this? 2020. So in 2019, I figured out what I'm really supposed to do with this shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I know what to do now.
Right.
I know what to do with it. Not just I know what to do, I know what to do with it now. So you know, that's what, damn near 15 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
and see, you're always learning with the clothing brand. You're always learning. You know, it never stops.
Because things change.
And things change, and that's exactly.
See, like me, like, you got trendy and fads and all that kind of stuff. So again, which lane you gonna jump in? You gonna be the trendy thing? You gonna be the like the trendy shit? Unless you just got long money and all kind of information and so like the trendy thing is probably the last thing you really want to get into, because trends and fads is here today, gone tomorrow.
Exactly, and that's the thing.
By
Trends
the time
don't
you
last
get
forever.
It produced and really get to really make you $1 out of it, they on to the next thing.
Trends don't last forever, and that's when you only get the 15 minutes of fame, and people think, "Oh, that's it. I can do it. I can do it all now."
Stay away with, baby. Can you check my camera and see if you still rolling? Just hit the button.
It's live.
Huh?
It's live.
No, my camera.
This one over here.
Right in front of you, baby girl. There you go. Is the screen on? Hit the button at the top, the red button. Just touch it. Is the screen? Is the red dot on? Is the red dot on? Hit it. Hit that button. Yeah. Okay. I don't know how much I missed, but it's all good. We don't record for so long.
Right.
I gotta figure that out.
Well, I think that actually pretty much wraps it up. So I really appreciate your time, Shawn. It's been an honor. I really think that me working at the warehouse has been a blessing, because I got to know you, and you know, I actually don't think I give all props to you, because I don't think I'd be where I'm at today if it weren't for you. Because
really?
if I didn't think of a way to where I could be where I want to be, if I wasn't there, I don't think I'd be here today, because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I mean, I kind of did, but I didn't know exactly 100% how I wanted to do it. So I give all my props and respect to you, man, because you've influenced me very much, especially with the clothing, because like I said, he was always the one who I would be chatting his ear off with about my future clothing brand and stuff like that I want to come out with. And like I said, he can vouch for me. He would never get tired of me talking to him. But like I said, my props go to you, because
I like to share, Cam. You know, information and good game, man. And it's to be given to the next generation. That's
what I want to do.
That's where we fell off a lot out here, especially in the inner city and stuff. You know what I mean? The game stopped getting handed down.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And now, agreed, at a certain place in a certain time, game is to be sold and not told. That's a fact, and we ain't gonna talk about it.
Exactly.
But there are the ones that you are supposed to hand that over to, because the game don't do you no good when you laying 6 feet underground.
Exactly.
It's over.
And that's the message.
So it can't be, you give as much information, bro, to the next as you can, and hope they take it and do something with it and retain something and pass that to and just hope it keeps going. That's the only way, that's foundation, man. So that's what's wrong now. A lot of people and cats and think they don't have no foundation, man. And cats is just moving. And like I'm gonna say it again, a great idea is just a great idea.
Exactly.
Until you have the things to put behind it to make it tangible. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Until you can put your resources, the energy, everything behind the idea, that's all it is, man. You know what I'm saying? So it gotta be more than that. You know what I mean? So until people start understanding that and stop holding shit and stop wanting to charge everybody to give them some knowledge, give them some game, or to share it, man, it don't cost you nothing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's what you're supposed to do. And people wonder why they be having bad karma, man. You not doing what you're supposed to do out here.
That's what I've heard. This YouTuber that I watch, who has come a long way, George Janko. Shout out to you, George Janko.
George, what's happening, George?
I watched one of his vlogs recently, and he said, "Man, don't die on me. Come on now."
I'm trying not to. That good Gert though, man. This is the Northwest. Coffee.
He said as long as you have a good heart, respectful to people, things will fall into place.
Yes, it will.
And
I can vouch for that.
And I was gonna say, you could probably vouch for that. As long as you love everybody, you are respectful to people and treat them the way you want to be treated, something will fall into place. And it may take some time, which I've actually been having a hard time dealing with. I promise I'm gonna sign off in a second, but it's just the time thing. Shawn, bro, I am so tired. Like every night, I'm praying to God. Oh man, Jesus, come on, let something happen that will change my life. I'm just ready, and I'm just hungry for that change that come and happen. But it's just the time. I'm so tired of waiting. It's just like, when's the time gonna come?
So before you sign off, I'm gonna give you a couple pieces of good game.
Cool, and now they can hear it too. So
like
take this away as well.
I'm gonna say this again. I'm 47. I'll be 47. I'm 46. I'll be 47 in July. But I'm gonna say this, man. Everything happens when it's supposed to.
Exactly.
If everything happened when we wanted it to, a lot of us wouldn't be ready for the shit that we asking for, right? So I say that to say this: life is about position and not possessions.
Oh damn, that hit.
You gotta get in. You can't do nothing for nobody and not even yourself, bro, if you're not in position. Somebody could come to you. CBS could come to you right now. Hey, Cam, we want to put you on TV. We want. But if you're not in position to receive and accept that blessing, it ain't gonna do shit for you. Even if you accept the offer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because all that's gonna happen is you're gonna accept that offer, and then you're gonna fuck around and be fired in 2 weeks because you're
not gonna be ready. Exactly.
So you take whatever time you got and get in position, man.
So it's just building up to
as much as you feel like you're ready right now, or what you want it right now. The simple fact that you're not getting it right now lets you know just keep
going.
Working.
And that's
because it's growth, man, and you're gonna grow. You're gonna figure some shit out about. You're gonna find out a lot about yourself, despite of this. You're gonna find out a lot about who Cameron really is.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
What Cameron is really made of.
Exactly.
Because the obstacles you about to face, because you're going to have to deal with a lot of, with like what you doing. I mean, it's a lot with like what I'm doing and pretty much every other industry. You got gatekeepers, bro. It's even tougher in what, you doing because the whole, streaming shit and all of that, it got so many gatekeepers, the whole algorithm thing and all of that. It's, it's man controlled. They letting all that through. At the end of the day, it's one person or a group of people, excuse me, that's letting your posts or your whatever go through.
Exactly.
That's connecting you to your fan base.
Yep.
So I'm just saying that, like I said, to say, man, just stay ready because you're going to always have people in your way. Just make sure you ain't in your own way.
Exactly.
Stay learning, stay working, stay learning, and, let it be what it's going to be, bro. Because I'm going to tell you this. I ain't never had no money that I really wanted or really needed. I ain't never had it show up not on time. Even if it wasn't when I wanted it, even if it came a month after I was really wanted it, man, it's always the money, man. The bag is always right on time.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? It ain't never late. The bag is always right on time.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? It just ain't doing it on your time,
exactly.
But it's always right on time. I ain't never heard nobody get $2,500 in the mail. They wasn't expecting to be like, damn, why the hell I get this now? I ain't never heard that shit happen. It's always right on time.
Shit, I can think of a lot I could do with
I'm just saying. So that's how you got to think about all this shit, bro.
Well, Shawn,
just keep working.
Shawn, it's a pleasure having you on as my guest, and of course to kick it off for my very first episode of my podcast. More to come.
I enjoyed it.
I really hope that you can come back for another episode. I really love talking to you, man.
Whenever you want to, man.
Let's bring you back again on some.
That's the thing, and then the last thing I want to say, man, I got a lot of game to give, man. So
yeah, for sure.
Pardon me, excuse me for stretching it out a little bit, but I just feel like y'all really need to hear this, and
spit it.
It's. Nah, I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna sign
I'm
off.
gonna keep it till next time.
Yeah, for sure. That
Keep it till next
get you guys on a cliffhanger, so it'll tune you in for you guys, so you guys can tune in next time. But Shawn, it was a pleasure.
If I tell you everything today, what I'm gonna do tomorrow. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
exactly.
saying? Right.
Thank you again for coming on my podcast. I appreciate it. I thank you for your time.
Absolutely. It's time to do grown folks be grown. You know, kid. We gonna see if we can find
for
a fire
sure,
or something.
for sure.
You ready? You ready? Let's have a toast.
For
man.
sure, yeah.
To success, to new beginnings, and to stability, bro.
For
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? I really want to say, man, I appreciate you having me on here, man.
Oh man, no worries.
You know, really.
My pleasure.
I talk a lot of shit, but I'm really a humble dude. I'm really an easygoing dude. You know what I'm saying? But I really appreciate it, bro. I do.
Oh
I
man,
really do.
yeah,
I
for
really
sure. I absolutely appreciate you taking your time for booking this suite. He booked a hotel suite for us to record this in. So
before we get up out of here, though. I want to see what you look like with that on.
Oh man, you brought me some merch, bro.
And then, this
Oh,
right here
sick.
is definitely for you.
Hopefully it's a size small, cause I ain't that big yet.
It is. It is. You know, but you might need that medium pretty soon.
Hopefully.
You know what I'm saying? But
Need to go smaller.
we're all in good health.
For sure, dog.
And again, you can get this album on all platforms: iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, Deezer, Napster. You name it, we on there.
Like I
You know
said,
what
I'll
I'm
put the
saying?
link in the description for you guys so you guys can go check them out.
Direct
But,
to Traffic, featured the King's Table, Volume 1.
ladies and gentlemen, Shawn Owens. Thank you very much, man.
Oh, and absolutely. www.s.casual.com. You can go in there and check out the clothing line, pick up whatever you need. We got more stuff coming on there the next couple of days. I'm a little tardy. We got some new merch. But we're going to get it done. You know what I'm saying? We'll get it up. You know what I'm saying? I had to make some time for my boy Cam, but we're going to get it up. But again, www.s.casual.com.
ESSDOT. Two S's. Two S's.
D-O-T. ESSDOT.com. Go in there, jump in the showroom, find you something nice, get some swag up. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well,
Shout out to my boy Cam. Appreciate you, boss.
For sure.
Yep.
Thank you again. Ladies and gentlemen, Shawn Owens.